Ziggurats weren't just tall for beauty. They had purpose. Rising high above ancient cities, they were the sacred bridges between humans and the divine. But what made these massive temples so central to Mesopotamian life? And why were they built to touch the sky? Ziggurats were not built for people to live or gather inside. They were created as platforms for the gods. In ancient Mesopotamian belief, each major city was protected by a patron deity, and ziggurats were constructed to bring that god or goddess closer to the people. Priests would ascend these stair-stepped towers to perform offerings and rituals, believing the height brought them nearer to the heavens. The ziggurat was both a religious monument and a symbol of divine authority on earth. Constructing a ziggurat was no small task. Builders used sun-dried mud bricks for the massive core and fired bricks on the exterior for protection. Some of the ziggurats stood over 90 feet high, built in receding levels or steps that got smaller as they rose. Ramps or staircases wrapped around the structure, leading to a small temple at the summit. No rooms, no passages, just layer upon layer of solid bricks. Their durability meant some survived thousands of years despite rain and time. The structure itself was a symbolic mountain. In a world of flat plains and deserts, Mesopotamians saw height as sacred. Mountains were considered dwelling places of gods, so they built artificial ones right in the heart of their cities. The top temple, known as a shrine, was where divine contact was believed to occur. Only priests could reach it, creating a spiritual hierarchy reflected in the very design of the ziggurat. Ziggurats were often coated with colored tiles or glazed bricks, sometimes decorated in blue, red, and white. The base could be square or rectangular, depending on regional design. Drainage systems were built into the structures to prevent erosion. Some ziggurats had multiple stairways, each aligned with celestial directions. From a distance, they looked like staircases to the sky, impressive, mysterious, and awe-inspiring. One of the most famous surviving examples is the Ziggurat of Ur, built around 2100 BCE by King Ur-Nammu. Dedicated to Nana, the moon god, it once stood in the bustling Sumerian city of Ur. Other great ziggurats include the one at Babylon, possibly linked to the biblical Tower of Babel, and the Etemenanki, which was said to stretch from earth to heaven. These structures weren't just religious, they were political statements, symbols of royal power and spiritual legitimacy. The physical structure of the ziggurat reflected layers of belief. The base symbolized earth, the middle represented the heavens, and the top reached into the divine realm. Each level may have had different symbolic meanings, such as cosmological, zones or stages of spiritual ascension. These weren't just temples, they were cosmic maps, turning cities into sacred landscapes and giving citizens a visual reminder of divine order and their place within it. Many people think ziggurats were places of mass worship, but the general public never went up the steps. Only select priests could ascend them. Ziggurats also had practical benefits. Their height offered protection from floods and extreme heat. Some historians even believe they were early observatories for tracking stars and planets, tying astronomy to religion. And unlike pyramids, ziggurats were not tombs. They celebrated life, not death. What if we told you that we still don't fully understand how or why every ziggurat was built the way it was? No blueprints have survived, no universal design manual, just ruins and scattered writings. Each ziggurat seems to follow a core idea, but with local variations that hint at secret knowledge passed from builder to builder. Some ziggurats align with stars or equinoxes, suggesting that ancient engineers may have encoded celestial calendars into sacred architecture. Were they following divine instructions or mastering early science disguised as ritual? In the absence of written plans, we're left with clues etched in brick and myth, silent yet powerful reminders that even in ancient times, architecture could be both a prayer and a puzzle. Today, ziggurats remain among the most mysterious ruins of the ancient world. They influenced later structures across Asia and the Middle East and continue to fascinate historians, architects, and spiritual seekers. Though many are reduced to ruins, their legacy endures as a testament to humanity's ancient drive to touch the sky and speak to the gods.